So we're going to be wrapping this quartz crystal here, just really simple, just a cage kind of design, really typical design. It's simple to do, so here we go. I'm going to start with 26 gauge round wire. I'm using sterling silver, but you can use silver plated. And what we want is about 6 to 8 inches or so. Just two pieces, around 6 to 8 inches. Alright. So now the first part of it is really the hardest, and that's that first crisscross. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to hold them crisscrossed, and you want one side to be a little bit longer than the other. So then I'm going to hold that crisscross right like that with my thumb and my index finger here just really tightly, and then what we're going to do is grab the other two pieces and do a twist just like that. So just gonna, and trying to keep both of these the same position throughout the whole turn along with the bottom ones. That's the trick, so one doesn't try to just wrap around the other. So I made one turn there. I'm just gonna spread them out a little more, and then I'm gonna try to do one more, just holding it really tight. And see, like that, and then I'm just gonna switch and try to do this other side now. So I'm gonna hold these tight and try to turn these in the same direction. So now I've got 3 turns or so, just like that. Looks alright. Maybe one more. You can see how far you want it to go. I'll do one more on this end here. Just holding it tight and twisting. Okay. So that's the first twist right there. Probably the hardest one. We have one side a little bit shorter than the other side. I'm just gonna straighten these out. Okay. So we have our piece like this that we twisted, with one side longer than the other. And I'm going to place this just right on the front of the crystal. And then we want the longer piece, the longer side here, to be the one that's going to go around the crystal first. So I'm going to hold it in place right like that, and then have this longer one going around. Hold it in place. I'm holding it in place with my thumb there, and then that one around to the other side. And now on this other side, I'm going to crisscross it right like that, and then I'm going to twist. And it can be a little bit off. I'm just going to twist it with my index and thumb. And as I twist it, it's going to get tighter around the crystal. And I've done it twice now, 3 times. And it's already pretty good right there. But what I'm going to do is grab my tool here. It's this tool with some flat pliers. And just do one more, holding on to the whole thing there. But not, you don't want to get it too tight because you can snap the wire. And so that kind of secures it right there on the bottom. It's really tight, or it's tight enough where it's not moving anywhere, but it's not too tight where it's going to snap. And then I can just push this back. So now this is the back of the crystal here, so we started on the front. And now you can see both of them are pretty similar length, and that was the whole goal, having one longer than the other. So I'll take a picture of this here. Okay, so now we have it wrapped around once, and we have our 2 pieces going out like that. So now along the side, one of the 2 sides, I'm going to crisscross these 2, just like that, and then I'm going to twist these leaving it a little bit off at first, off of the crystal. Twisting 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to do one more with my tool. Grab it and twist. Get it right there. I'm just going to bend it up. So there we go, you can see. And I'm going to do the same thing with the other side. So along the side, just bending it, crossing it, finding which way they're crossed, and then twisting. Leaving them both the same distance apart while twisting. More. I'll do one with my tool. Sometimes I only do a half a turn with the tool. You can feel it getting really tight. You just don't want it too tight, otherwise you're liable to snap the wire. So now we have it on the sides there, just like that. Alright, so now I think we're going to do one more and then start to go up towards the top. So now along the front I'm going to cross these two and twist. 1, 2, 3. Do one with my tool. And the same with the other side, which is the back. Oops, I did it the wrong way. 1, 2, 3. One with the tool. And then bending it up. Bending this one up towards the top. So now we're pretty close to the top. So now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to push the longer of the two, slightly longer, the two sides, wires together here. And then what you want is a tool like this, or you can use a pen or something while it's around. And then I'm going to take these two strands and bend them on the top around this rounded tool here. This is going to be the loop for the necklace. So you can see I just bended that just like that around here. Let's see if I can take a picture. Alright, so we got to bend it over the tool there. I'm just going to try to center it a little bit so that it's middle, my tool in there, sort of push down on it to get it to go back up to itself. Just like that. And then once I have that in place, I figure out where these two other ones are. I'm going to take one of them. I'm going to try to just go all the way around. And this does help to have, at first you might want to do extra wire, maybe 10 or 12 inches, just so you have extra room here. And then I'm just going to push that with my thumb, and align that first one, grab a tool, then I'm going to grab this and pull it a little bit just to tighten it, and then go around again. And it's a little tricky to try to hold this rounded tool in place. There you go. So I hope you could see that. I just have the one, there's just one more now that's loose. One of them is starting to wrap around the one side there. So now I'm going to grab the loose one, sort of bend it up towards the top there, and also wrap around, all the way around. And at this point, you want to start thinking about how it's going to look at the end, and making these ones that I just wrapped around really quickly look better. So I'm going to grab this and just sort of tighten it with the tool. And grab the other one and sort of tighten it as much as I can. And then start going around again, just this time slower, and thinking about the final look of it. We only want to go around 2 times or so with each of these. Okay. Because now we also have these two which have come down off of the loop. And we need to find a place for those to go. So what I like to do is just wrap those around also. So I'm going to take these two that are the two from the loop, just come back out the end, and I'm going to start to move those around the base of it also. And it helps just always have this in there, just so it doesn't pull it. I'm going to grab the other one, start going the other way. And at this point, it's pretty much secured, so you just want to think about finishing. And just cleaning it up, so I'm going to try to turn this one around a couple more. Maybe this one around in that spot that's divoted. And you can spend more time on this to make it look cleaner. You got the time. So once I have them close to the side there and wrapped around enough, I'm just going to start popping them off. Pop off the ends. And then I grab my tool and just sort of squeeze them in to the base there so they're not poking out. And there we go. Now we have our finished necklace. Alright guys, that's it. Here it is. Finished quartz crystal pendant. Thanks for watching. Check out my Etsy store. I have a few other tutorials. See you later.